going to get insulted. You're actually going to listen, okay? And you're going to go back and you're going to read up on breed standard, and you're going to go back and say, hey, you know what? That damn Chuck Buchanan, that damn Luis Cabrera, they're right. They're absolutely right. I should breed from here to here because this is where my objective is, and I'm going to be able to get there quicker. I'm just giving it to you straight, fam. You know, I get written this. I got people writing me about being a breeder and what it takes to be a breeder. Fam, what it takes is you need to study. You need to start learning DNA. Okay, you just don't need to study dog. You need to study DNA. If you're not studying DNA, which is a very boring subject, the book, every time I read a DNA chapter or DNA book, it usually takes a little bit longer than all the other books. You know, behavioral and all this, that, and the other. That's nothing compared to DNA. You need to get into the DNA, fam. Know what dominant and recessive is. So you don't have some fool coming over here telling you how easy it is to fix an east-west or fix, cowhawks or whatever the case may be. Okay? I'm telling y'all, fam. Nowadays, you get online, you could get this information. It's accessible to everybody. There's no reason why you're not educating yourself if you truly want to get into it and if you truly want to do it right. Now, if you want to do it simple and you want to get into the name game and get into the popularity contest, you got no business reading books, man. You just need to go rub elbows with who you need to rub elbows with and get into that side of the market. There's a market for that as well. But if you're trying to improve the breed, you already know where I'm coming from. Let me see if we have any more questions. Oh, I appreciate it, Jessica. Yes, I am willing to share my knowledge. And I'm going to tell y'all this right now. If you ever come across a breeder that's willing to take your money and sell you a dog, but is not willing to teach you, there's a problem, fam. There's a problem. I'm telling you right now, Luis Cabrera, he's never sold me a dog. This man has been more than willing to teach me. Chuck Buchanan, from day one, when I got a dog from him, this guy, literally, I call him at 11:30 at night. He's willing to pick up the phone and talk dogs with me. So, not everybody is like that, and that's cool, but I'm just letting y'all know right now, breeding isn't a secret, okay? In order to be a successful breeder, I need to produce good dogs, okay? And if you end up producing good dogs with my dogs, that makes me even more successful. So my success is your success becomes my success. That's the way this works, fam. If that relationship is not wholesome, if it isn't clean from the get and throughout the entirety of that relationship, then there's a problem, okay? Just giving you a heads up and telling you, talking to y'all straight, because I've had a lot of people, texting me and asking me and, telling me things like, most breeders aren't like you, and whatever the case may be. Fam, I understand that, but I will also tell you this. There's a lot of good breeders out there. There's a lot of people with knowledge. That doesn't mean that they know it all, okay? But what all of us good breeders, and I want to include myself in that conversation, know is you got to have 2 or 3 people that know more than you and that are objective in order for you never to get kennel blindness, and in order for you to always have your feet on your ground and know exactly what you need to do to get where you want to get to. It takes a lot of study time. It takes a lot of investment and resource. You can't put your dog on a chain to a tree and call yourself a kennel, fam. You gotta have a nice setup. You gotta, these dogs, they gotta live well. They're gonna be taking care of you. You gotta make sure you take care of them. Okay? It takes time, fam. It's not something that you're just gonna be able to build overnight. It takes a while. It really does. You gotta build relationships. You gotta, build networking. But what I found, fam, in all honesty, that's worked for me is, just doing good unto others. If people were willing to come on over and buy a dog from you, they're deserving of your time. They're deserving. I mean, not even just buying a dog from you, just somebody that's supporting you. They're deserving of your time. And, I've only been in the game, we're going on 3 years now. And, a lot of, I got dogs in England, Australia, Hungary, Barbados, and this is all due with, for the simple fact that, I just talk to people straight, answer their questions. And I don't know, word's gone around. So just giving you guys a heads up as to what it takes to be a breeder. It's up to you, fam. There's plenty of breeders, dime a dozen out there. They just bought 2 dogs. You know, my dog is the son of blah, blah, blah. And this daughter, she's the daughter of blah, blah, blah. Fam, I'm going to tell you another truth. I don't care who your dog's mom or dad was. Show me your dog. And then, if your dog is worthy, if he's really that good, then we'll talk pedigree. Pedigree means absolutely nothing. Nothing if your dog's not up to standard. Just giving it to you straight. Hey fam, I know I've gone on a rant to a certain extent, but just wanted to touch on a couple things. You know, it isn't usual for me to get the amount of inquiries that I got this week, asking me about kennels, asking me about, you know, heat and how to, you know, better take care of the dogs and whatnot. Fam, it's just common sense, you know. Make sure your dogs got water. Make sure they got a place, you know, to get cooled off. As you can see, I have the water level up to their pasterns. Their pasterns is like, it's like their wrist, okay? And that's where the dogs cool off at, okay? That's the fastest way that they cool off. As you know, dogs don't sweat, okay? So you got to know where you got to cool them off fastest so they could get cooled off. So they got their little pool. They got their water over there. You know, they got fans in there and they got AC inside. Not saying that you got to have all that. Just saying, be mindful. It's 95-degree weather out and it's like they're wearing a trench coat. It's like you wearing a trench coat. Okay, so you can understand where these dogs are coming from. Let me know, fam, if y'all got any other questions before I drop this. I know I've been on a bit of a rant. Just want to touch up on a couple things because, you know, I get asked all the time, you know, cool New York City, you got some fire up here. Oh, you driving over there in New York City, man? I heard y'all had a blackout a couple days ago. Yes, fam, just wanted to touch up on a couple things for you guys. You know, I've been asked a lot about, you know, being a breeder and whatnot and when you can breed the females. Hey, just wanted to touch up on those things. We'll come back this weekend and we're going to talk a little bit more about our breedings. And I don't know, I'm giving y'all a chance. Anybody wants to come online, I'm giving y'all a chance to ask me questions. Since you got me here, usually once I cut it off, I get asked a bunch of questions. Luis Salgado, Terry Justice, Danny Menendez, Joe Metal, Jazz Jr., Susan Walker, Taylor Sunday. Taylor, what's going on? Your dad's been in the breeding business. And you agree 110%. I appreciate it, fam. I appreciate the support. Let me see what these doggies are doing. Let me put them back online. Yeah, they're over here just messing around. Right now, Latessa's in heat. And Fireball's already been on her. We're just waiting for this beautiful girl, Marley. When you going to go in heat, Marley? Huh? She's probably going to be going to heat soon. Her, Latessa, and Aruba. I don't know where Aruba's at right now, but they both got in heat, and they pulling this girl. Oh, there she comes. Yeah, they pulling this girl into heat as well. That's another topic. Might as well touch it while we're here. Just so you guys are aware, when you have a female that goes in heat, hey, Chuck Buchanan just joined us. Thanks a lot, brother. Hey, I appreciate it, Wesley. I appreciate it. Hey, just so y'all know, fam, when a female is in heat, and this is part of the pack mentality, when she urinates, she pretty much drops some of that estrogen out there. And then the other females, they kind of sniff that up and they start going into heat as well. Turns out in the wolf pack, when the alpha female gives birth, the rest of the females have gone into heat have gone into false labor with her. And the reason behind that is so they could produce milk. So that if anything happens to the alpha female, the pups, you know, they have an endless supply of milk with all the other beta females. So just a point I wanted to touch up on there. And see here, let me flip this over. All right, fam, I'm not going to make this any longer today. I was wondering if you guys had any questions. Let me see if you guys have any questions before I let you go. Wesley Norman, always enjoy your advice, bro. I can literally listen to you for hours. I appreciate that, man. Nothing but love and respect. Hey, nothing but love and respect to you too, and to all of you that support and follow us. Like I said, fam, you're gonna start seeing our breeding banners going up. You're gonna see our hand on fire. That's our movement. Pretty much we got 5 litters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 litters. Okay, and Fireball is pretty much gonna be going onto every single one of these females. You're going to be seeing our hand on fire, and all that means is this is one of the 5 females that I'm talking about that Fireball is going to be going into. And we got a couple more surprises coming, so you might want to stay tuned. I want to thank y'all for listening to me today, for supporting us. Hold on, we just got a question. What should I feed a growing pit bull? All right, fam, I've told y'all in the past, I'm gonna say it again. You want to keep your dogs light, okay? You don't want to make them heavy. Unfortunately, like I said, there's 2 markets. There's that standard market where people want dogs that are, you know, breed dogs up to standard. Those people usually keep their dogs light. And you got that other market, that popularity contest, where you got a 3-month-old pup and you want them to weigh 100 pounds. The minute you do that, you're gonna put too much weight on the pup's joints. And, you know, everything else, you know, ligaments, everything else that goes with that. Then your dog might end up being east-west, or, you know, producing all sorts of issues that go along with that. So in order to evade these problems, you want to keep your dogs light. So to answer your question, what should you feed your growing pup? I feed my pups, okay, Victor puppy food, okay? With that being said, I make sure I don't overfeed my pups. Okay, I make sure I keep my dogs light. Okay, just a heads up, is gonna keep you from running into all sorts of troubles later on down the line. Let's see if anybody else got questions. Elmer Turcios, bro, I love pit bulls, but I'm just letting you know the dogs that we have here, the ones that you see, they're not pits. Okay, this is an American bully. That's an American bully. All of our dogs are American bullies. And the best way that I could answer that for you, what is an American bully, is simply a mix between, at some point, between pit, mastiff, and bulldog. And so even though they do have pit in them, and you can see it in them, they are a different breed. I just wanted to touch up on that because a lot of times, you know, people refer to my dogs as pit bulls, but they're not. Pit bulls are usually a little bit smaller and a lot more ripped and a lot less weight. I mean, you're looking at these females right now. This right here is an 82-pound female. That right there is an 85-pound female. That right there is a 90-pound female. The reason I say that is because pits, and I could be wrong, y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, but based on UKC standard, I believe they shouldn't be any heavier than 60 pounds. And I think we're talking about the male here. So these females are clearly bigger than what the biggest pit would be allowed to be. Fam, one thing I want to touch up on, we finally just opened up our website, is qbnk.site, qbnk.site. I ask y'all to please go there and give us support. Also, keep in mind, we have an Instagram account, QBN Kennel. Okay, just like that, all lowercase, QBN Kennel. Make sure you go there and follow us. We're going to be making a lot more use of our YouTube page for a lot more educational videos. And also, we got a very, 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 very big surprise. You're not going to want to miss this, fam. I guarantee you don't want to miss this. Within a month and a half, we're going to be coming out with a very big surprise. So make sure you stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. I guarantee you, you don't want to miss this. Either way, fam, I want to thank y'all for joining us, giving us your support. And this has been QBNK. Peace.